In today's review, we'll set a new record for the oldest game I've reviewed. So today we are reviewing Mortal Kombat 3 for the Sega Genesis. First off, for those of you not familiar with Mortal Kombat, it's a hit fighting game where two people are put against each other in a violent, bloody battle. And you can't really ask for more than that to have a good time. Well, not too much more anyway. Mortal Kombat 3 was originally released for arcade systems by Midway. But this game, of course being the hit it was in the arcades, was imported to consoles. Different people imported the game to different consoles. So for instance, Acclaim may have imported the one, I think it was for the Super Nintendo version. But the one we're reviewing was imported by Williams Entertainment. I'm pretty sure they also did the NES version, I think. Not sure on that one, but I think it was. Well, I'm pretty sure it was a Nintendo console at least, so I'm close, I guess. Anyway, one of the main things Mortal Kombat is known for is its fatality system, in which, at the end of the battle, if you do it the right way, you'll perform a really crucial attack, which can sometimes be pretty cool and do such as rip people in half and that. Fatality, Babality, and Friendship are back, as well as a new Mercy thing, which it goes you give your opponent a little more health and you beat him one more time, and then you get to activate an Animality, in which your character turns into a huge beast, and, well, you know the rest. There are 15 characters available in the game, but the one problem is that some notable characters from the first two games, that were of course in the future games as well, were absent in this version. These characters include Scorpion, Reptile, Raiden, and Johnny Cage, which of course are some of the main people from Mortal Kombat. Another character to bring up is Sub-Zero. Sub-Zero was in the game, but he wasn't in his armor, and I don't know, I'm a Sub-Zero fan, but it just didn't feel right, playing his human form or whatever, and it just didn't. I would prefer, the standard Sub-Zero. And I know people, sometimes like changes, but I'm not that kind of guy, so to see Scorpion and, Raiden absent and see that change to Sub-Zero wasn't too thrilling for me. There is one secret unlockable character, whose name is Smoke, who I'm pretty sure was in the second Mortal Kombat as well. One reason why it may have been, the characters may have been switched up a bit is because the first two were done in more of a Asian theme, and this one, especially the stages and even the characters in that, are done in more of a Western theme. Now, when you're used to seeing the difficulties for the game being listed in order from, left or right, up and down, it's a little weird to see the difficulty sort of go like this. It goes Novice, Master, Warrior in order, which obviously would mean the hardest is in the center, and then it'd be sort of like the platform, first gets the highest platform right next to, at the one side of first is second, third is at the other side, and that's how it sort of goes, but it's a little weird when you're so used to, the typical way. The game has, combo moves and other things to do, but it's not really, the complete experience without a 6-button controller, so you would have to go out and buy that, because most Genesis ones are just 3 buttons. I'm pretty sure you can't perform most fatalities without them either, but I'm not sure on that one. There is a options menu, which is obviously to adjust your settings. There is a blood setting, which I assume that's to maybe help younger audiences get into the game. There's also difficulty and sound options there. You can also unlock 3 more menus. The first one being a cheats menu, which offers you to get more credits, aka continues. There's a secrets menu in which you could adjust what battle arena you're going to and, the timer on the match. And lastly, there's killer codes, which that's a way to easily unlock Smoke right there. One part of the game that's sort of cool is when you perform an uppercut, at certain stages at a certain point, you unlock a secret part of the arena, which is really cool. Also, another thing that happens in battle, I think it's maybe if you perform a specific attack or something, but a little guy will go in the corner and say, "Toasty!" And I don't know, I've seen that referenced in, some other videos, and And sometimes you'll even find yourself, laughing sometimes when it comes up, so it's a little interesting. And yes, when I did say toasty, that's the way the character says it, not, obviously exact. But, yeah. I hope you enjoyed my impression, by the way. One thing that I should have mentioned earlier in the review, and I'm sorry I didn't, but that's that this game was released in 95 for most consoles as well as 96 on some others. I'd have to give this game an 8 out of 10, and if you have a Genesis, I would suggest picking this game up. It's great for its age. You can still have some fun on it. It probably only goes for like $5 too. But of course, I recommend picking up a 6-button controller, which I'm not sure how those go for. I'm just going to guess like 10, 15, 20 maybe. But it's all well worth it. And another interesting fact, too, is that there's 2 other versions of this game released. There was the Trilogy, which was sort of merging all 3 of the original arcade games, as well as, I can't remember the name of it, but I think it's like Special Edition or something, in which it comes with, like more fighters in that. Also, I think there was a Sega CD version as well, which was practically the same thing, and maybe a 32X version, not sure on that one, but, like I said, great game, suggest picking it up. Thanks for watching, this has been The Decoder, and see you next week.